Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know my channel, welcome. And for those who have been here before, thank you for coming back and checking out my other videos. This is a channel where I review makeup and beauty products for my skin type and skin tone. So if you think you have a similar skin type to me, please go to my about page and read it. And if you think you have a similar skin tone to me, which is of Asian descent, tanned, with a yellow undertone, then this channel is for you. These are products that are paid with my own money, and these are my honest reviews. So without further ado, let's get to it. Today I'll be reviewing the Canmake Cream Cheek in two colors. That's number 16 and 17 in the Almond Terracotta and Caramel Latte. So they look very similar. I picked these two colors because I think they would best suit my skin tone. So if you are curious about how they feel on the skin, how the colors look on tan skin, then please keep watching. So with a little bit of an introduction to the product, this is advertised as a gel type cheek color that melts onto the skin upon application. And it gives a very natural color that seems like it's going from within. And it's actually made with vegetable squalene and amino acid based emollients that helps to moisturize the skin. And you can layer this onto the cheek for desired level of intensity. So just based on reading that, I think so far everything is accurate to my trials and testing it out. So I really love these because they just feel super natural, and I've recently veered away from the powder blushes because they tend to dry. Like, I've just noticed just with age that my skin is a bit drier, and the cream ones just look so much more natural and it's more buildable, and it usually gives a dewy finish, which I really like because it looks really natural. So that's what I love about cream products. But with these ones, they actually almost feel like they have a blurring effect, and it just blends really well, looks really natural, and you can build it up. But it's definitely not for those who want to go for an evening night look that really needs a pop for the camera. I'm currently wearing the number 16, the Almond Terracotta. It's more of the rosy base color. You can barely see it. It looks a bit more vibrant in real life than on camera, but you can definitely still see it, but it looks very natural. It gives a dewy finish, a natural sheen. I can't really complain about it. With that being said, let's go on to the swatching. Alright guys, today I will unpack the Canmake Cream Cheek for you. I bought these two in two really lovely shades for tan skin, I believe. So I have number 16, which is the Almond Terracotta, and the 17, which is the Caramel Latte. They look really similar in just the packaging, but you can see one's a bit more pink rosy and one's more orange. The 17, it looks a little bit more orange than the Almond Terracotta. So here I will unpackage and swatch for you now. So the packaging is very much like a drugstore type shrink wrap packaging. So it's not as premium, and it's a little bit hard to get into. So that, here we go, 16 is done. And so a little bit of plastic. Okay, So open, this is the number 17 Caramel Latte, and then the 16 Almond Terracotta. Yeah, so it's a little bit more obvious now. The 17 is definitely a bit more orange. This one's a bit more rosy. I am so excited for these. Okay, so I'm just taking a clean finger, dabbing it. It's got quite a nice rosy color. Then, texture is super creamy, super nice. So there you go. That's the first swatch, and this is natural lighting, so it's actually quite buildable, very pretty. And I'll take my second clean finger and do the same and swatch right next to here. It's a lot lighter color. Yeah, so it definitely takes a little bit more building up of the caramel latte, the brown base one, orange base one, to match to the intensity of the almond terracotta. They're both very different colors, actually. Right off the bat, I say I like the caramel latte better, just because I do better with kind of orange brown base shades. But that being said, this color also seems really nice. And then it looks really blendable. This one definitely a little goes a long way, this almond terracotta one. More rosy. Yeah, so there you go. Very lovely. So now I'll be swatching the number 17 caramel latte of the Canmake cream cheek. This is the orangey one of the two. You can see it's a bit like caramel or a latte color. So my face is has got nothing on it. It's just washed, cleansed, toned, and moisturized with no color on it. So here I have clean fingers, and I'll be melting a bit of this on my fingers, taking a little bit on my finger, and I'll just dab it. On the skin. So I think it actually shows up a little bit more on my mirror than in real life, but I'll do the second side. So you can see the side that's a little bit less exposed to the light. It's natural light. So it's really pretty orange based, warm based tone. Really gives tan skin a really nice glow. So this is the color. I'll go ahead and put a bit more on this, my left side, so it shows up a bit more in the bright light. It's actually a lot more pigmented than it looks like in this angle. Yeah, you can see a bit more of it now. Yeah, really pretty color. And what I also like to do is to use it as a little bit of a shadow to match the color tone of the face. So what I'll do here is I got a little bit here and I'll just dab it on my lids. So you can see that's how it looks like. It's just super natural and super pretty. And I'll do the same for the other side. Same. So it's really pretty, really natural. You can make it more pigmented and build it up, or have it less sheer by blending it out. It's a super pretty color. I really like this as a natural flush of color. Here you are. This is the Canmake Cream Cheek in number 17, and that's the Caramel Latte. Okay, and the next swatch that I'll try on my face is this number 16 of the Canmake Cream Cheek. Number 16 is the Almond Terracotta. And this one is a little bit less orangey, a little bit more rosy than the number 17. We'll start with the swatching. There. And so this one shows up a lot more than the number 17, the Caramel Latte. It's a bit more pigmented. Okay, so let me just use my mirror here. Blends very well. Just kind of melts into the skin and with the warmth of your finger. Yeah, it's a very natural glow. It definitely shows up a lot more in real life for some reason. I think might be the camera doing its light adjusting. And then got a piece of hair now in my pot. But I'll do the same with the eyes as well. So for this one, I'll definitely be a bit more careful because the pigment is a lot stronger. Yeah, and this one is a little bit more red than the other. So I think I prefer the orange one on my eyelids just because it looks a bit more natural. This one's a bit too red, but I think it could be good evening look rather than a daytime natural look. But for the cheeks, I like both. The orange one just looks a little bit more natural. This one is shows up a lot more. So it's a really pretty color. Builds quite well. And it almost has like this blurring effect. It feels very moisturizing on your skin. So yeah, this is the Almond Terracotta in number 16.